Yo, what's up everybody, FornaTRON here, and today we are back again with our Bloodborne easy mode playthrough. If you weren't here for the last episode, we went through a lot of the side areas in the main game of Bloodborne. We went to the Nightmare Frontier and took care of the amygdala there.
The medulla oblongata.
We went to Upper Cathedral Ward and we took care of the big alien boss, and now we're about to finish the final boss of Upper Cathedral Ward and all of the side bosses in the vanilla game before we move on to the DLC. So let's get into it. All right, cool. So I think we have everything that we need for the next boss. I don't know why I only have 19 blood vials, but let's buy some just to be safe. Okay, we're gonna go back to Upper Cathedral Ward. Actually, we wanted to go to the loop. Okay, so now that we're at the Lumen Flower Gardens, this is where we're gonna go. We kind of dropped down here yesterday, or the last video, and got a call beyond. I didn't mention that you are in the Grand Cathedral. So this is where you fought Amelia. You're just in the upper part of it now. So if you look down there, there is an NPC down there because we did Eileen the Crow's quest. That's probably the most hardest enemy in the game is down there. I don't know if we'll go through that. It's not even worth it, but it's there if you want it. So remember, let's get rid of that boy and then this one right here. All right, so we're gonna make our way down to the boss here. There is an NPC summon that you could use if you want, but I personally find that with where we're at right now, they're more, I don't know, they're not as helpful, because whenever you summon in a co-opper, it increases the boss's HP, I think by like 10%, but also they kind of attack when you kind of don't want them to attack, and sometimes they can take away aggro, but it just kind of causes a mess, so we're not even going to bother with the NPC summon. So we are going to go into the boss arena, and you'll notice that it's not immediately aggro to you. You have to hit the boss for it to become aggro. So this is Ebriatus, which is one of the great ones, which is one of like the HP Lovecraft like kind of like god kind of creatures. You'll see it's mourning like a monument to Rom, which is that spider boss that we killed here. This boss is a big boss, so it has limb damage. It does kind of like this rush attack, which can insta-kill you, especially if you're in the middle of running or rolling, because in Bloodborne, if you are in the middle of an action and you get hit, I think it does like 3 times the damage, so you can get one shot by this boss. It's got big limbs that it like slaps around, so it can kind of knock you around. And then kind of like, I think mid-health, it'll summon this aura that once you're inside of it, it'll slowly drain your HP. And it can also do a call beyond, so look out for that. When you see it summon that, just run in a big circle and you'll be able to dodge it. But I think we should be able to kill it before it does any of that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna hit it once. It'll take a second for the boss health bar to show up, and then in that time we're going to take a beast blood pellet and our bolt paper, and we're going to do some limb damage. So let's give it a shot. So hit it once, pop one of these, pop one of these. Let's get some we want to try to hit it in the head as much as we can and not get headbutted like we just did. We want to avoid that. So that's the rush attack that I told you about. So again, do not get wrecked by that. There we go. Now we got the visceral. Easy mode. So it's not that hard. We beat her before she did any of her scary attacks, but again, just do limb damage, get the visceral, aim for the head, and you'll be fine. But if you panic roll and you just try to get like crappy little chip damage, like you're gonna get just wrecked. All right, and that's pretty much it for that boss. So we're gonna go back to the Hunter's Dream and spend those blood echoes. All right. I always like to make sure that my weapon doesn't need to be repaired.
Oh, Flora. Oh, and be
It's very rare that the doll will be up here praying to this
very
tombstone. Okay, let's start putting money into endurance. I want to get 20 endurance, and then I want to start putting more into skill, because right now when we use a visceral attack, it's not doing much damage because we don't have many points put in there for this late in the game. All right, let's use that insight, and then let's buy more beast blood pellets, and I feel good about that. And we might as well buy more blood vials. Why not? There is one more optional area that I completely forgot about that we can go to. So we're actually going to go back to Hemwick Charnel Lane, where the witches are. We're going to go to Witch's Abode. And once we're here, because we got a summons for another secret area of the game a long time ago, but we just haven't gone here yet. Oh yeah, that big dude's coming. But they're nothing now. They ain't nothing now. Okay, we're gonna run towards that like kind of pillar right there. It's right in front of us. And this will trigger a cutscene. But I don't like how close these big dudes are. Try to trail this bitch over here. Murdered. Okay, now we can run up to it. Once that goes in, go inside the character. It's a creepy cutscene, but I like it. So you come here and your horses are dead. True FromSoftware fashion. And now we are at I forget the name of this area. This is where the Vile Bloods are. Kind of like the vampire characters in this game. But you can come here much earlier. We're gonna run all the way this way. Just ignore the shinies. There's nothing here. There are some blood chunks here, but like honestly, we have the like we're gonna be using the saw cleaver. Like there's nothing else that we're gonna use. So just run. Make your way up here. The door automatically opens. Castle Canehurst. That's the name of the area. There's a bunch of bullshit here, which you can pick up, so, and then sell it for money. So you can go pick this up over here. The Rito Palash. Feel like, yeah, nothing is really worth picking up, because then you summon all these ghost ladies, and they're kind of a pain in the ass. They're pretty tanky. Yeah, see, that was just a madman's knowledge. Like, not even worth picking up. Just alley-oop. You can just run past all of them. I think on the other side there's a bloodstone chunk, but again, like, we have enough chunks. In here, there's nothing worth picking up. Just run past all these people, because that's an ambush. You're supposed to pick up that item, and then the room goes dark, and then all those ladies come after you here. You're gonna go up these steps. Watch out, there's gargoyle dudes that look like these statues here. Yeah, they can drop twin bloodstone shards. I think there's a chunk up here. Like, you could come here pretty early in the game and then get access to some easy chunks. But we're just coming here way later, so we don't even need any of that. All those twin bloodstone shards that we don't need. There's one over there to the left, so we're just gonna run past him. These guys over here are super annoying. They're fast. They're fast and they do lots of damage. All right. Okay, once we come out over here, if we go to the right, there is an armor set that we can grab, and it's guarded by 2 of those gargoyles. You could literally just grab it and then run away. They might hit you with their breath attack, who cares? Okay, you're gonna run in here, and immediately to the left, this is the shortcut, so just trigger it and then jump out. I think this is a nothing item. Yeah, vial blood register. See, there's a set of stairs over there, and there's 2 ghost ladies clearly in front of it. We're gonna run to that set of steps and then do a jump, and that'll let us get to where there's a chest. So we're gonna run, jump, chest, open it up. We might get hit by that enemy's darts. That's fine. Drives those ladies crazy. We're gonna run up here. If you didn't see, we got the Evelyn, which is a really good gun that we're not going to use. So I'm going to show you another hot gamer girl skip, because usually you're supposed to drop out that window and there's a specific way you're supposed to go to progress in this area. We're going to run up those steps and do a jump. That's going to let us skip that whole mess. So we're going to run up here and then jump diagonally. Boom. And then we're going to roll down here, and then we're going to flip this switch. That'll open up this doorway, but it also reveals a ladder that takes us all the way to the top. Okay, so that guy's not aggro anymore. We're just gonna go over here. You don't want to catch his aggro and then go up this ladder, because he can shoot you with darts and then you'll fall off the ladder, and you don't want that. Okay, I think this is a gem for blood tinge. Yeah, there's also a wandering madness on the other end that'll give you more bloodstone chunks if you need them, but we don't. All right, we're gonna go up here. There's more gargoyles up here. I think one drops down. Just get behind him. That's the best strat. See, one's gonna fly down. 2 are gonna fly down. Easy mode. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. So you're gonna drop down onto this roof here. Gonna go over here, drop down. This is where it gets tricky for some people. Go over here, get as close as you can, drop down. Okay, come over here, drop down. Done. I think there's a kin cool blood here. Yeah, kin cold blood, pardon me. Okay, we're gonna go up here. Run directly over here, and there's some free bold hunters marks. Okay, so we're already at the boss. We skipped most of the level, which is perfect. This boss is pretty easy. He can be parried with gunshots. He has a second phase where he'll put a sword in the ground and then a bunch of swords will rain down. So you gotta shoot the sword. The sword only has 1 HP, so you just have to lock onto it with R3 and then shoot it, or just hit it once with your weapon and you'll break the sword, and then he won't be summoning a bunch of swords down on top of you. The trick is, when he starts to transition to phase 2, he'll do like a slow, like raise up his sword to put in the ground, get a backstab on him, and then do a visceral, and then just clean him up, and it shouldn't be too hard. This boss I wouldn't take on until you're like, we're really low level, but we're optimized. Like normally I wouldn't suggest going to this boss until you're level 80, but I think we'll rock this boss, no problem. So let's pop our stuff before we go in, because we're going to trigger a cutscene. Let's get some blood bullets just in case, and let's run in. Okay, so he always does this one attack where he like, it's like an AoE attack. You don't want to get caught by that. Okay, let's run up to him. Get right here, boom, get the visceral, and we've just interrupted his phase 2, I'm pretty sure. He'll fly in the air and do that attack. Just keep the pressure on. Murdered. Just completely annihilated. All right, that was Father Logarius. Yeah, easy peasy. If you go over here, you will get their crown. And if you put the crown on, let's get this. If you put the crown on and then go over here, it'll trigger another cutscene and it'll reveal the second half of the castle to you. And there's nothing in here. It's just an NPC quest line that you can choose to do or not. It's called being part of the Vile Bloods. But there's also another side quest that you could do, because when you go over here, there's another lamp. But if you go up here, there's a summons, an unopened summons, and you can give that to our good friend Alfred, who hates the Vile Bloods, and he will come here and kill the queen. So you can choose to do that if you want, but you don't have to. We're just gonna go back to the Hunter's Dream. We're gonna take this crown off. And let's repair our weapon. Let's spend our insight. Let's buy a couple of blue elixirs, and then a beast blood pellet, and then a bolt paper. And let's get some fire paper. Done deal. I think we got that kin cool blood. Kin cold blood again, sorry. All right, let's pump some points into endurance.
Very well.
Nice. Now I'm just gonna put all the rest of my points into skill, because I think the return on investment and to keep putting into strength is not that high. So we're just gonna keep putting it into skill. Now let's trigger the DLC. So we got to go back to Cathedral Ward. And then all we have to literally do is walk outside. Go to where that armor set was, which is over here. And let the amygdala grab you.
The medulla oblongata.
Really cool cutscene. So basically, kind of like how there was the Hunter's Nightmare and the Nightmare Frontier. This is the Hunter's Nightmare, which is it's kind of like an illusionary of the real world, but there's a great one commanding it. And that's kind of what the DLC is. So let's light this up. We're gonna get some of the first lamps before we go back and, I don't know, go from there. So we're gonna run outside here. All the stuff here is just like twin bloodstone shards. There are a few chunks. You can get some of the new weapons in this portion of the game, but nothing beats the saw cleaver. So again, nothing is really worth picking up. So we're gonna run up here. There's some dogs. There's all these hunters. You can hear them yelling. Run, just keep running up here and then run. Debate this big fireball, jump out of the way. It'll hit all the enemies behind you. These two dudes will trigger this door to open up. Pause for a second, okay, run up. You don't want to get hit by that big dude. Just run past them both. You're gonna run into here and you're gonna feel sick to your stomach. You're gonna be like, oh God, what is this, the boss? So the answer is yes, but not yet. So just run up, grab this item that's in its hands. You'll notice that's a cleric beast, but it's on fire. So we'll be dealing with that later. So we're gonna run this way. And this enemy is not worth the trouble. So like you could just like walk up to it and then get a backstab, and it might take 2 backstabs to kill. I think it only drops blood vials. 6 blood vials, very nice. Okay, go down here, go to the left. There's more blood vials right here. All right, we're gonna get our blue elixirs queued up here because we're gonna be using those in a second. We're gonna run down this cave. So it's kind of like Cathedral Ward in Central Yarnum, but just slightly different. So there's a bunch of machine guns here. So we're just gonna run down here. And then just keep running straight. Don't fall for this because there's a machine gun right here. I'm surprised that guy just let us kill him like that. Get to about here. Put on the blue elixir. That's nothing down there. Don't worry about that. And then just run past these fools. Just run past all these fools. We're gonna go out this door here. If you go right down that way, there's a cave and you can get the machine gun, which sucks. It's very underwhelming. We're just gonna keep running straight through here. Run past all these fools. They shoot you with that, which is really annoying. We're gonna get to about here, pop another blue elixir. Run past these dogs. Turn right. Do a hard right. Run for this ladder. And get up it. You will get shot. That's fine. And you're good. We're gonna run up here. And 2 of those big dudes are gonna spawn out of nowhere. We're just gonna drop down, hug the right. Okay, well, you could pick up the item there. I don't think it's anything. Okay, and then we're gonna run out and then hug the right. So just run, turn right. And here's the lamp. We're gonna drop down. Here's a madman's knowledge. Or wandering madness. There's a dude up there who will drop down. He's right there. I think that's a twin bloodstone shards. Not worth picking up. We're gonna drop down here. Oil urn, worthless. But here, something's gonna drop down. That's supposed to scare the shit out of you. But if we come here, We get the whirligig saw. Completely useless weapon, but there is a cheese in this game that works to this day, which we might utilize. I don't know if we will, but maybe we will. We're gonna use a bold hunter's mark. Okay, so we finished Ebriatus in Upper Cathedral Ward. We got to the DLC. We went through Castle Canehurst. Not in all that order, but we're ready to take on the DLC now and maybe do some of the rest of the vanilla game before we finish it off. But next is the DLC, so I'll see you in the next one.
Meow.